Oh, it's music to my ears. This soothes my soul so deeply. This was one of the first games to come out on the Super Nintendo. Still one of the best games on the system and probably of all time. I mean, it's easy to say, oh, it's old, it's this, it's that, but like, play it. You know, even somebody who doesn't like retro games, I dare them to play this and not find the charm in it. The music is impeccable. The sprite work is amazing. And like, this came out almost 30 years ago. And it is aged very well. I find with a lot of recent games, modern graphics and 3D, it can become very dated very quickly. But then again, you know, you look at like the beginning of what would become games like this, like Adventure on Atari. It's incredibly dated, you know, but there were people that were like, oh, this is the best, this is so much amazing. But I feel like this period of video games, there was just this interim period where it was all balanced. And who the fuck's that guy? Why don't they, is that supposed to be Aghanim? Or like, I know it's not, but why is the king a skull face? Like, they never really touch on that. They kind of gloss that over, but they show a mysterious skull-faced man sitting on the Hylian throne. Anyway, I'm a bit of a nerd. In case you haven't picked that up. It's kind of gross. But you get the gist of the story. But I mean, if you're somehow one of those people who have never played this game and you're seeing it for the first time, this is some of the lore and the backstory. The thing with Zelda games and Link to the Past, they're not necessarily sequels. Like, there's only a few games along the timeline. There's been like 20 games. Only a couple of them are true sequels. Example, Zelda 2 is a direct sequel to Zelda 1. This one, they say, is technically a prequel. Ocarina and Majora's Mask are direct sequels, but I mean, I don't know. What? Let's keep the tradition going. We'll name him Stink. I usually name him Zelda just because it pisses off Justine to no end. But we'll name him Stink. I think that's a good tradition to have for our on-stream antics. Oh, excuse me. This weather is not being kind to my body, but help me. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Helgala has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the Seven Wise Men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. Stink, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. Gonna get my kill on. And what do? Obviously, somebody tells you that shit. You get your lantern and you leave that fucking house. So, yeah, this was one of the first. I mean, I think Super Mario World was probably the first game everybody at that time played, because it was like the game that came with the system. But this was pretty close behind in release. Like, I feel like we got this at the time Super Nintendo came out. My cousins had it, and we used to play it all the time. Also, my friend Jason had it at the cottage, and we used to play it a lot, or rather, I would watch him play it a lot, but I didn't care. You know, there's so much that's just like amazing about this game. It captivates me. The music. Always going on about that music. Stink. I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade. Break that fourth wall and tell me to hold the B button. Then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. Stink, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your... Another thing that they never actually explained. Was he going to say sister? Destiny? Lady Love? Oh my god, Violator. You're back. Your absence has been noticed. Your presence has been missed. But I'm glad to have you back. I hope all has been well in the violation station. Yeah, you missed a hell of a Zelda 2 randomizer run. I'll say that. It was interesting. I am able to watch you Friday, Sunday. Excellent. Well, that works out. I do Friday streams. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday now. It's less pressure to have to keep doing things and keep editing videos and stuff, and it gives me a bit more time to try and get things sorted out. There's a few different things I kind of want to do for the channel and for YouTube, and making time available to diversify my portfolio, I think, is of the importance right now. So, but yeah, it's cold as fuck here, and it sucks. And I'm pretty sure you're nice and toasty down south, so you'll be fine. I just need a little Link to the Past in my life to heal my damaged ego. Quite honestly, Zelda 2 Randomizer is probably one of the biggest video game spankings I've ever received in my entire life. I can't even believe it. But this is going to be another instance where I lose like 70% of my skill and my remembering how to play this game just because I'm talking the whole time and slightly distracted. I got so good at Smash. Ness is the best. He really is. I know there's kind of like two schools of thought. People are either like they stay away from the Magic kids, or they're very like they swear by them and refuse to be anybody else. I'm not even like, I know more than I actually do. Like, I can talk more Smash than I can actually demonstrate. More because I've spent a lot of time watching people play it. But I do like it. It is really fun. It's just I don't like losing at games. So playing Smash is a good way to just make me infuriated, because people are usually very, like, way better than me. But it is the most insane It's one of the most insane games ever made. It's just so crazy. It is a visual feast. There's just so much going on the screen. It's a miracle that they got the licensing to get like 100, what is there, like 70 something characters from all these different video games all together. They've got all the music, like to have Simon Belmont fighting Cloud, fighting King K. Rool, you know, like fighting Pikachu. That is just mind-bending that is even possible. But here we are living in the year 3000. But I'm glad to hear that you're keeping busy and being productive. Smash is important. You gotta get them skills to smash them bills. Oh. I hate that I've been so stuffed up. I apologize for the sniffles and the occasional disgusting noise. It's just me struggling to breathe. Don't worry too much. Whoop. Yeah, it's important to listen back or watch your streams, see what you're doing okay, just skim through. But oh my god, I'm disgusting. I don't know why anybody wants to come and hang out. Stink, listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. Oh shit, son, I just killed like 20 of them. I hope they don't have families. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path. But first, we have to go to the first floor. Let's go! Give me some... Oh good, blue rupees. Yeah, no, that'll help me. I've gotten a little bit more good at chess. Well, that's good. See, practice makes perfect. I've been trying to get back into a guitar practicing routine a little bit. Justine got me a really good book about modern jazz concepts on the guitar. There's a dude on YouTube. If you want to learn how to play some really good jazz lines and improve your skills. Oh, excuse me. His name is Jens Larsen. He's this Swedish dude, and he's just like, oh fuck ass. Well, that sucks. But he's like incredible guitar player, and his whole YouTube channel is just tons of videos talking about different interesting concepts and ways to play. Oh, I forgot about that. If you die, you can fight this guy again with Zelda. Let's get my dignity back. First boss, and I got screamed. I just melted together the word screwed and the word creamed. I got totally screamed, bro. But yeah, sorry, I guess I kind of monopolized the conversation with music, but I'm glad to hear that you are practicing. That was the common thread there. I want to get my chops back. Got links at the ready. Links for stink. Here, I'm just gonna pause for a second and evacuate my nostrils. Apologies. Have you heard of chess boxing? Have I heard of chess boxing? I listen to Wu-Tang. Yes, I have actually. that sounded a lot more snarky than I intended it to, but I'm also a dick. It's funny, I wonder how many things people have learned because of listening to Wu-Tang Clan. Just imagine, like, kids talking about Shaolin monks and 36 chambers and everything. And also robbing people for keys of coke with automatic weapons and stuff. It's a really strange mix. I don't know how they did it, but they built such an incredible mythos around all their interests. Crime and being gangsters, and also being businessmen, and also having a love of old karate, like kung fu movies. But they did something hella different, and it worked. I am a Wu-Tang fan. Make me a Killer Bee, please. A speed run, this is not. I should have made that abundantly clear on the title. I did put casual playthrough so nobody comes and makes fun of me. That ornamental shelf should open. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside. You can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Help me push it from the left. Alright, let's kill some mice. I'm ready, yo. I'm ready for the experience. Bring it down. You bring it all down. Oh! Gotcha, punk. It was kind of incredible when this came out, because I mean, like, you know, with a game like the first Legend of Zelda, obviously it was a revolutionary take on an adventure game, because it was the first, like, open world game, kind of, you know. But you wander around, you hopefully find something that's useful, you check every bush for treasure. You try and find where the secret dungeons are located. Like, it was incredible. Now we look at it, it's kind of, you know, stale, and it seems like, oh my god, like, it's so cryptic, I don't know what to do. But, like, you know, you're supposed to read the instruction booklet, which has tons of hints in it, like, legit. You were supposed to read the instruction manuals. And 2, they made games cryptic back then. That was half of, you know, like, if you know what to do, you can beat it in one sitting. But the point was, like, it was going to take you a year to finish this game, and that had never been done before. First one to use a battery, save your progress and everything. So, you know, then Zelda 2 came out, and it was completely different. You know, mixed bag of tricks. I think people still kind of liked it at the time, like it. But then this came out, and it was like a true realization of what the first Zelda was trying to do. And it just, like, it took all of the concepts and ideas and just improved upon it like 100-fold. And still to this day, like, I feel like there just hasn't been a game to, like, match it, you know? Like, I feel like there's been a few attempts at this overhead style. Like, there's the Game Boy ones. There was even one that was like, was it A Link Between Worlds? Four Swords, I know, was kind of like in this style. But, I don't know. I feel like it never got to this, you know? There's like an epicness and just a weight to this game that nothing could ever really touch. Maybe that's bias, I don't know. It's like, my day, this came out, this is the best. You know, that's possible that I've got old man syndrome. Got retro colored glasses viewing this whole thing, but I don't know. Please don't kill me. What even hit me? Hold on. What the fuck was that? So something invisible killed me there. That's fun. I'll take a break and see. A link for your troubles. I made it special. I hope it's not a dong compilation. Oh, thank goodness. It's no dongs. Not this time. We're safe. We're dong safe. I won't play the whole song, but I am a Weird Al fan. Anything to do with prequels just burns my blood a little bit. I'm a purist in that sense. I was in grade 8 when that came out, and I was like, I left school early to go stand in line to get tickets for like the premiere and everything. I was like, oh my god, greatest thing ever. I am alive for a new Star Wars movie. This is my destiny to go see this. And I watched it in the theater, and I could feel myself like wanting to like it, you know? But there was just so many awkward lines. I was in Not Born Yet. Yeah, just imagine being like 14 years old and Star Wars was like your favorite movie. You've seen all of them every day of your life since you were like 3 years old. And finally, oh my god, there's a new Star Wars movie and it's telling the story about how Darth Vader became Darth Vader. Oh my goodness. And then you're just watching this thing happen in front of you, and there's just so many weird, awkward lines, and everybody's just got this wooden acting, and it was just awful. Like, I was excited. I came out of it and I was still kind of like adrenaline, you know, like, oh my god, a new Star Wars. But like, you know, the whole Jar Jar thing and Anakin. I mean, you can't blame the actor. He was like fucking like 9. But again, like, whose kid was he? You know, like, who the fuck knew this kid? They're like, yeah, my son Billy, he's really great. Yeah, well, let's get him in the movie. Has he ever acted before? No, not really. That's fine. Can he deliver lines? Nah, that's not really his thing. He just kind of looks cute. Okay, all right, well, we'll just throw him in there anyway. Maybe it'll just work out. Maybe he'll find his stride. Maybe a 9-year-old forgot to maximize. Oh shit, I did my thing that I keep doing. I want this to go away. Thank you for telling me. That's a no-no. I don't like when I do that, because then I go back and edit, and then I see I've got a couple of videos where I do that for like an hour before anybody says anything. And it's like, oh, motherfucker. But yeah, there's just so, I don't know. That's the problem with when there's a franchise and it's been a franchise for so long and people have invested in it, like emotionally, the fans, they feel like it belongs to them, and it does. So when they go and try and recapture the magic somehow, in some way, like, it's never going to be the same. But we still get our hopes up and we're like, oh my god, it's amazing. Like, I lived through the prequels. So when they were like, okay, new Star Wars trilogy takes place after the movies, there's gonna be original characters in it, I was like, all right, I've already been through this abusive type of relationship with George Lucas before. It's not in his hands. They're getting J.J. Abrams to do it. I was like, okay, well, you know, whatever. And it was good. You know? Not amazing. Like, I had my hopes up and not. Like, I held certain kind of reservations to be able to enjoy it appropriately. You know, I was able to kind of see it for what it is. But, of course, there were still people who were like, oh, it's shit. It's fucking shit. Well, I can tell you it is not shit. Like, it is a good movie. It is basically all three of the first movies rolled into one. But, you know, they get it all out and then they can throw it all away. And then they were mad because the first one was too similar. And then they were mad because the second one wasn't similar enough, you know? I want to watch Star Wars, I just don't got time. And that's fair. I feel like it's, you know, they're great movies for what they are. I still think Empire Strikes Back is like one of the best movies ever. But that's also just my opinion of it too. They were a big deal for me when I was growing up. So, oops, clicked out of that. There we go. All right, let's get through this town. Also, paperback writer. That's one of my favorite songs by the Beatles, actually. When I was in Beatles Ensemble in school, we had like it was like a class once a week, but we did a lot of stuff outside of it as well, put on shows and everything. But it was basically learn Beatles songs. We had a repertoire of Beatles. Songs would be kind of divvied out, and you'd have to figure out arrangements and stuff, and you'd bring it in and we'd all play it as a band and everybody had to sing, and that was one of the songs that we started with to try and get our vocals together as a group, because as vocals go, that's a pretty intense harmony to have to pull out of thin air. So he was like, yep, we'll just start with something difficult and it'll just get easier from there. That's a smart move. Like, but it was a couple weeks of trying to get that opening harmony. But once you can nail it, then it's like, okay, now we're getting together and we're figuring out how to blend our vocals, which is an important thing when you're singing in group. You know, it's one thing if you're just somebody up there screaming, but if you're singing with other people, you have to find ways to make your vocals resonate together. So then you sound like you're one instrument. And that's kind of the challenge of it. And the Beatles were impeccable with their harmonies and everything. You know, everybody freaks out because we have all of this, like, records, all of their studio work and everything. But like their live performances, like they were an incredible live band. And unfortunately they stopped doing it, but nobody could fucking hear them as they were screaming too loud. So there was no point to playing. But like there's videos or recordings, sorry, audio of them doing Paperback Writer live, and they pull it off. Of course, there's like audio of them like not pulling it off, but that's gonna happen. I mean, live situations aren't always ideal. There's gonna be bad stuff out there, even of the Beatles. I'll be the first to say the Beatles were not perfect, but they were pretty damn close. Chickies! I have been pecked to death by chickens in this game before. It is this game, right? I will take your magical bottle. Hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business. Thank you! It's so nice to be back in Hyrule. This is a game that there's like a good long list of games like this that I'm just like, oh, I gotta play it through like once a year or once, you know. This is on that list for sure. I would like to be able to play through and beat it every once in a while. Just because it's like, it's familiar. It's like, it's more than nostalgia. It's like coming home, you know? This music and all the sound effects and everything are just so iconic. And it's fun as hell. I'll tell you an interesting story. There's a lake swimming with Zoras at the source of the river, but it's hard to find. The treasure of Zora can turn people into fish. I'd love to see that, eh? I don't know why everyone's got a really lazy Brooklyn stuffed up accent, but just go with it, man. Friday night, everybody bumping, watching losers play video games like me. Hey, sick boy. I can't go out because I'm sick. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that's coming down off the mountain. This is my bug catching net. I use it when I'm better, but for now I'll lend it to you. Yeah, boy. Let's go catch some shit with it. Maybe go catch some syphilis. Yeah, girl. She overheard me. What? But you... And then you went. I just don't have the comedic timing for Looney Tunes humor. Oh, stink. The rumors say you kidnapped the princess, but I still trust you. I will bomb the shit out of your shack for being so lovely. Oh, what? What's up, dog? I thought you could totally blow that shit up. And this is why you have... Oh, okay, there we go. See, I'm not crazy. That's why with games like that, you have to play it once a year. Because you forget shit. 10 arrows. Go out and shoot thine shit. What's your favorite RPG? Me, Earthbound. What's your favorite game? Me, Earthbound. What's your name? Me, Incomprehensible. It's funny because my favorite game, like, I feel like it changes based on when I'm playing it. Like I feel like I have like 20 favorite games, that are like interchangeable. And I know that's not a satisfying thing. It's so hard for me to try and rank them because there's a lot of them that have had like significance, impact, or I was playing them at a certain time in my life that it had more of an impact. Like Earthbound was a big one. Super Mario RPG, Chrono Trigger, like some obvious ones. Final Fantasy VII, I played that when it first came out. I know that one kind of gets a lot of hate for a lot of reasons. It didn't age as well because of what I was talking about earlier with the beginnings of 3D and advanced graphics and stuff. So the sprites look horrible, but in a way that adds to the charm. Watching an FMV that's like serious and everybody's got Popeye arms, like there's just kind of something about that is silly. It reminds me almost of the sprite days, you know, like in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest when Benjamin keeps doing the oh with his shoulders, like just very limited animation and stuff. But the story is really good. It's a bit convoluted, but then again, like that kind of changed. Like, where else are you gonna go after Final Fantasy VI? That's such a monumental thing for like a high watermark for video game stories. So where are you supposed to go after that? You know, I feel like that's why 8 was such a letdown. Like 7 had, oh, it's 3D and we've got these beautiful pre-rendered backgrounds and all these things. So there was enough going that people weren't mad when they played it. You know, like it was still really good. Final Fantasy 8, it was the most hyped up thing in the universe. It's like, oh my fucking god, like 7 was amazing, 8 is going to be amazing. And then it's still good. I will play all of them. That is my absolute. I will play through all of them. Well, okay, I won't be able to do 11 because that was all online. We'll skip those ones, and I don't have a PS4, so I can't do 15. But I would like to do as many of them as I could. Just start with the original one. I gotta figure out what the fuck's going on with my capture card thing. Brain. Hey, bulldog. I wonder what he is and what he's doing now. Oh, that's so sad. The flute guy, flute son. Whoa, I saw a very nice lady at the waterfall of wishing. Waterfall. In the hills where the river begins. Stink? You should meet her at least once. I'm sure you will like her. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I'm like, I definitely am gonna play. Like, we'll hit all the list of games, but also I have the copies of them. So I really want to play them. Like, it's kind of killing me that I'm not playing the real version of this right now. I mean, I am on my legitimate physical Super Nintendo. You hear that, coppers? Real ass Nintendos. Violators gotta run. But before I go, a gift. Peter tries rice cakes, then fucking dies.
Hey, what do you got there, Peter?
Rice cakes? Never had one, but somebody told me this is a really good way to start your diet.
Whoa! Oh my god. That was not at all what I expected. You lied to me. That scared the ever-loving piss out of me. Thank you, Violator. I appreciate your presence. It was good to see you again. Until next time, have a lovely, lovely evening. But yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on with my capture card, because I was running signal through, it was appearing on the TV. I don't have no boots. Like I could play the game, so I'm running the wires from the Super Nintendo into the capture card, and then it's going into my computer, and the other end is going into the TV, and I'm playing it on the TV, but there's no source being captured. It's black. Even when I record it and everything, it's black. But I'm playing it on the TV. So I don't know what's changed. I guess I got a new computer. I updated the drivers, or at least I thought I did. Maybe I'll just try that again. I don't know. But it really pissed me off. I got so many nice games that I want to put it down, you know? I always found this kind of sad, that it's two brothers and they live in the same house, but he walled up the door and they don't want to speak. I don't know why I'm so emotionally invested in sprite work. But it's just the kind of man boy I am. Hey, Stink, did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? If he wasn't, he's gonna be, because I blew a fucking hole in the wall. Goodbye. There's probably a guy who knows how to drywall in town. If you can reach the goal in 15 seconds, we'll give you something good. Can't remember the right way to go. Fuck. I'm already over. Let's talk. Ah, 10 seconds. Give me that shit. Let's talk about sex, baby. Or let's not. That's fine too. This is a store, right? Ah, treasures. I'll open a chest. Yeah. Is there something good to win? I mean, I'll play a couple more times, see if I can't get a heart piece. $50? Is it literally just gambling? $20. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to miss anything. And I feel like my memory is all crusty on this game because I haven't played it enough. All right, one more. I gotta win it back. I gotta win it back. All right, whatever. Fuck it. Let's go party. So they tell us our good friend Shalaslaska is over in the Eastern Palace. So let's go for a tickle. A tickle for that pickle. Shall we? But yeah, there's a good number of games I got on my coming soon list. Like pretty much all the Final Fantasies. Like I've got Final Fantasy 1 original Nintendo. Final Fantasy 2 and 3, those will have to be remakes. Although I'm considering maybe doing the original ROMs and then doing remakes and stuff of all the games like at some other point. Just to have like a comparison. I have never played 2 and 3. 4 I have played. Although, I think maybe if I do... American releases like the Super Nintendo 2, the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy 3. Just because, like, there are differences, like some names of stuff and some of the things, I don't know, they clean up some of the translation and things. I do have the discs, like the PlayStation versions of Final Fantasy 5 and 6. And I think I've got a copy of 4 somewhere. But yeah, get through all those. I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2. Don't have 11. I've got 12. I've put hundreds of hours into 12 over several files. I really, really love Final Fantasy 12. I don't know. I didn't think I was going to like it, and I fucking love it. It's one of my favorites. 13, I wasn't sure about. Even when I was playing it, I was like, is this good? Like, I still can't tell. And then I got towards the end of the game, and it kind of gives you like, okay, do what you want. Like, you get to Grand Pulse, and I was just like, whoa, okay, yeah, I think I love this. And I have not played 13-2, and I have not played 14, but I think it would be fun. Just get all those out, and I own most of them, so whatever. I own Chrono Trigger, Breath of Fire, Ys 3. That's a fucking great game. I don't have it lit. Let's go get those flippers. I can feel like that's gonna become an issue. I can't remember how much money he wants you to spend though, but this is gonna be a lot of aimless wandering around. I do apologize. This is kind of what I do. I ramble and I make myself look way worse at the games I know. I know well. But what else have I got? I've got like the Mega Man and Mega Man X collection for PS2. If anybody knows a good emulator for like PlayStation and PlayStation 2, or like how to properly set one up, if you want to leave some comments, this is talking future on the YouTube channel when this is uploaded. Just because for the purposes of streaming, I want to be able to do PS games and PS2 games, but like the quality will suffer just because of the damn component cables. So if I can get an emulator to play the physical games that I already have, then I don't have to sacrifice the quality because it's bringing it right to the computer and recording it from there. So it just kind of makes sense. So if anybody has some tips on how to set up a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 emulator properly, I know there's a whole lot of shit. I've tried to do it before, but my last computer was garbage, and it like took me a couple hours of like researching and looking all these things up, and oh, you gotta play this plugin and you gotta have your settings to 3000, and like I was just like, ugh, okay, not worth it. My computer is kind of crappy. I'll just wait. And my new computer isn't even amazing because I'm poor. I spent I did like super deals on stuff. It's only like what is it? Fucking I got the Ryzen 3. So it's like nothing amazing, but it gets the job done. Like it's miles ahead of my old computer. And like I just waited and found deals and like tried. It was my first build. I was pretty excited about that. And I know, like, you know, chip heads are all like, oh fucking hell, that's garbage. Like, why are you doing this? But like, I'm broke, man. Like, I want to be able to stream and edit videos and do things, and this allows me to do that. It was kind of like bare minimums, but I'm stretching things out and it's working. And I'm not setting my computer on fire trying to stream, or when I'm exporting videos. Still takes a fucking long time. It's very resource intensive, but the computer works and it does the trick, and I can stream. So it's funny because like I almost feel like ashamed of like my computer, which is so dumb. It just shows you, like, for a group that was so ostracized and, you know, kind of like outcast as nerds, we as a group sure are really good at ostracizing and shaming and making people feel like shit. And it's kind of interesting that it's like we were outcasts. Like, now it's like nerd culture. People say like, oh, nerds are cool now, like Big Bang Theory. It's like, okay, fuck you. First off, that's a bunch of bullshit. Like, oh, you're like into video games, don't you love Big Bang Theory? It's like, no, it's garbage. But okay, fine, nerd culture is becoming acceptable, cool, but like, you still kind of had to, like, when I was growing up, you had to hide it. Like, yeah, like video games were kind of becoming more in the mainstream and stuff. Like, people were playing video games and everything, but like, I was in high school and I would be like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in this weekend. Like, I'm not really feeling going out and partying, and I would play Breath of Fire 2 all weekend. Or like Final Fantasy 9 all weekend, and I wouldn't leave my house. I wouldn't leave the basement. I just want to sit and binge play video games. And it was like something that you were like ostracized for, kind of like, you still play video games, like. And lo and behold, like, I'm sure lots of those people who gave people shit for like, oh, you play Pokemon, it's a fucking baby game, like, yeah, I bet you're into it now because everybody else is, huh? But that's kind of besides the point. There's a lot of negative attitudes and people ostracizing within the nerd community, but like, we were the victims of it. Why so much hate? And I don't know. It's baffling to me. And I mean, I've talked about this on stream before, and I know that there's a Twitch streamer and YouTube channel guy, Harris Heller, who, if you're looking to get into streaming, you know, like, definitely check his videos out. He's kind of no bullshit, and I really like that. There's a few people that I really like and respect watching their channels where they talk about streaming and things. But his video yesterday, it was called like the loneliness of streaming or something like that, and it was talking about like how it can be an ostracizing activity, and there's so many things that you have to go through, and people give you shit, and like, it seems weird to like, it's both a supportive community and also a very toxic community at the same time. It's like a 14-minute long video, but it's very heartfelt, and he's talking about a lot of his experiences trying to start his Twitch channel and everything, and it's very, I don't know, you know, I think a lot of people can identify with that, because I'm, you know, networking with people and trying to find out what's going on with other people, and you see a lot of people are very discouraged trying to do things and get their stuff out there. Why isn't people watching me? And, you know, like, my family or my friends, like, they don't really believe in me. They're not giving me the support that, like, maybe they thought they would, you know, and that's a tough thing to have to deal with. You know, I'm very lucky that I'm sitting here being able to do this, and, you know, Justine's cool with that. That's amazing. Like, that's so incredibly supportive of her. She says it's therapeutic for me, and it is. I like sitting here rambling about things and connecting with people and meeting new people and playing video games, obviously. And I don't know. That's what it's all about. We get to meet new people. We have all this common interest, and it's just cool to be able to connect and hang out. Like I had my friends in grade 8 where we would all hang out and play video games together. And this is just kind of a way to be able to do that, because not everybody in your adult life, in your immediate circle, are gonna want to sit around and play video games or be as into it as you. Like, know an entire history of a video game franchise in and out, and be able to like share memes about that, and yeah, I don't know. It was really nice to be able to see that, and I like that there's kind of this. No, continue. There's kind of this like emotional coming of age with a lot of content creation right now in social media. I feel like people are just kind of done with a lot of bullshit, and they're trying to find more ways to be more real. Like, people are talking about struggles with mental health, for instance, like big time. And I'm not talking like, oh, Bell, let's talk bullshit. I'm talking like, you know, people's actual struggles with depression and anxiety and things as streamers. That's seems to be a big common thread. People talking about doing it because it's a way that they can connect with people, and they're either doing it to meet people because it is difficult to meet people, or they're doing it as a challenge to themselves because it is difficult for them to meet people or to talk to people. And, you know, it's not easy. This is not an easy thing to do, to, you know, sit and play video games and be entertaining and, or just relevant, keep people's attention, talk about something that interests people. And it's kind of awesome to see this shift of a lot of people are trying to, I don't know, talk about things like emotional wellness, or opening up about struggles, whether emotional or physical. There's a lot of disabled people that are on Twitch and have their channels about their struggles with their disability, and I don't know, it's inspiring. Like, I'm seeing all these people, and it's just kind of like blowing me away that there's a community that I'm starting to be a part of now, that just a lot of really cool people that want to make people happy, try and find a way that they can reach people, have an impact. Oh, I got boned. Sorry, I had to ruin the moment. But it really is an awesome time for this. It's getting tougher, for sure, but I think people, you know, it's not impossible to do this. And I think it's awesome that people are finding ways to mix their passions with finding ways to build a community, and also to really reach people or inspire people or whatever, you know. That's kind of like the common threads through a lot of people who are up and coming and people who are currently successful on Twitch or otherwise in content creation, and it's that is inspiring to me. That makes me look forward to the future. You know, because content creation is something that has kind of changed the game. I've already done this. Great. I'm walking in circles. It's changed the game in the way that there's not a bunch of people at a boardroom table deciding what you're going to see or what you're not going to see. You know, there's a better chance that you can make something that will actually wake somebody up or inspire them, and they will see it. Like if they're looking for it, and if the person who's doing the creation is doing their due diligence, they can get their shit in front of an audience. And, you know, paradigm shift. Entertainment has been turned on its head, and now the people who consume it are just as much in control as the people who create it, and kind of cutting out the bullshit middleman, or trying to anyway. It's a fucking wild time to be alive. I'll say that. That's, you know. And I know I ramble at length about my plans for what I want to do with the channel, and I appreciate that people still aren't sick of me yet. Just talking about it, but it's a lot of work to get things going. But realistically, like, I spent so much time trying to plan this, and I was so scared to start that I just had to just say fuck it one day and just start. I hit go live and went with it. And, you know, you do as much preparation as you want, but you gotta just go for it. So, you know, there's like a silly, like, YouTube kind of comedy thing that I want to do. There's music I want to do. I want to have people sharing. I want to help people with their social media or with their content. Like, mine's not the best, but I'm learning how to make it better. I think maybe having content that is about that, like being on a journey of, like, we're all in this together. Let's talk about strategies. Let's talk about this. And of course, I just want to be able to find ways to make music. Find reasons to make music. I don't know if you guys have heard, but I kind of am into music. As I go on, oh fuck, I'm not good at this. As I ramble about George Benson and the Beatles for 20 minutes at the start of this stream. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Excuse my fragile allergies. My fragilurlies. Fragilums. I also excuse my horrible brain. I really don't care that I'm dying. It doesn't bother me. It'll bother other people, but this is more about just hanging out. It's not about watching somebody crush a video game. Although there may be games where I'm like, you know what? I want to get so fucking ass good at this. Like DuckTales. DuckTales, I would like to try and get a no death run. 'Cause I really like that game. It's a lot of fun. I was getting really good at it like last year, and I beat it, and I think I did a run where I died like once. So now I was practicing a couple months ago. Excuse me. And I was getting really good. But I was getting to the point where I would get to the moon, and then I forgot how to beat the rat. I kept taking hits, and it was really shoddy ducksmanship, I guess you could say. So let's shoot these motherfuckers. I'm kind of sick of getting hit. I forgot I got the treasure. Oh, you cunt. Give me the Gary. Hi. Fucking dick snack. Serious? Thought you were my dog. There we go. Beeping intensifies. Thank you. Thank you for the key. Oh, it's so nice. Fresh keys. Hey. Money. Money. Okay. So now that I fucked everything up again, let us go. Whee! Don't you? You know damn right. Oh. Okay. Escapage. Come on. Hi. Ha. Ooh. Cocksmoke. Okay. Doot. All right, we're doing it. Oh dear. Oh dear. You know dumb. Okay, there we go. Skull smash. There we are. Now these red bad boys, only arrows. No friendship. That was something that always made me laugh. Mortal Kombat, when it was like, okay, we've got fatalities. Where can we go from here? What if they have friendship moves where they befriend the other fighter? Yeah. We had to rip at their skulls and spines out of their body in the last game. Let's have fucking Kung Lao pull a rabbit out of his hat. Friendship. It's like the funniest. Finish him. Friendship. All right. Do. How about you? Come on now. Don't be unkind. Oh, that's too bad. Wait. Oh, that's really awful. Shouldn't have done that. There we go. Let's fix that beeping. Beep 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 beep. I'm hearing loon sounds. Is that you over there? Yes. So our baby is currently beginning his teething. He's getting very fussy. But one of the things that calms him down and puts him to sleep is the sound of loons. Babies are weird. Who knows why? It's like specifically this is like, oh, yo, I am relaxed to the max right now. I'm a baby and this is loon sounds. I couldn't tell you. He loves the bookshelf. That's where we dance. We try and get him to calm down or relax enough so that he starts falling asleep. There's a certain spot in the house in front of Justine's bookshelf. The bookshelf is black and there's a lot of different colored books on there, and he just like hooks onto something and it's like he's hypnotized. And so you move back and forth, you got a good sway, maybe put some David Bowie on or some Radiohead and give it like 10-20 minutes, and he is just so tired from focusing on something that poor little soul will fall asleep. Or he'll just stay up and be like, fuck you, I know I'm so tired, but I want to party. Just like his old man. I love that I can say that about a human. Like that's my little baby human that I made. And even though he's 2.5 months old, like, oh, he just wants to stay up and party just like his old man. It's like, no, he shits himself. Ah, yeah, just like his old man, huh? Excuse me. There is an abundance of gross sounds coming from me this evening, and I apologize profusely. Oh, stabby. Stabbed in the face and back. Actually, I'm just gonna pause for a minute and take care of my situations here. Drink some water. Give the nostrils of the old heave-ho. Daddy boy. The old surrender calling. Okay. I hath returned. Let's head back to town. Did I even talk to him? I think I completely skipped the part where I talk to the elder. Let's go find his little hut by the palace here. I was just so wrapped up in my musings. So I don't even know, enveloped in my bullshit brain. Stabbed by octopus. Oh, good. Emergency fairy dust. That'll keep you going. There you go. Let's go talk to Shalahashla. You are correct, young man. What? Stink, I'm surprised a young man like you was even looking for the sword of evil's bane. Not just anyone can use that sword. Yeah, let's get some old man, put some old man mustard on it. According to the tales handed down by Hylia, only the hero who has destroyed 3 great evils and won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. I see you have acquired the Pendant of Courage. I will tell you about the legend behind it. Here we go. Lore dump. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of Hylia. The Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Stink. I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. Shoes. Shoes. He gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack and look hella cute while you're strolling down the boardwalk. Hold A for a short time. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Get it! Alright, alright. No need to rush. It's not like the world's gonna end or anything. Boom. Yeah, girl, we got some bombs. We got some cash money. Alright, Lake Hylia. Oh, that cave, yeah. I know what you're working with. Let's see if we have enough rupees to buy a flipper. Because I would really appreciate a swim without dying. I always find that with Zelda games, it's almost harder, like, right at the start. Because you don't have anything. You have no hearts. You got no items with which to befuddle your enemies. It's like all kinds of tactics that you get used to. Like, oh yeah, hook shot the fucking everything! And then you start a new game and you're like, fuck, I am useless. And I have no skills. Oh! Motherfuck bucket. Can I get around this yet? Fuck, I guess not, huh? Well, that's a hunk of shit. Okay. Alright, that's cool, that's cool. Well, let's go to that cave where he told me to go in the first place, I guess. Listen to your elders and yada yada yada. Hi. Yeah, girl. You can shoot your arrows of loving at me, but I'm a too fast. I'm a too fast, yeah. And yeah, we're gonna have to take the long way. Get that long way, son. Oh. Yeah. Oh dear. Man, Hyrule is hella dangerous. Ah. I'll take a heart. I usually never buy them because I'm like, whatever, I'm not paying for that shit. I can literally chop open a bush and find it, but maybe that's why I die so much when I play this game. That unnecessary amount of brash attitude. Oh, good! The beeping is back. My favorite aspect of these games. I mean, they know nobody likes the beeping. They do it because it puts you on edge. It makes the game harder. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's like that one friend It's just like, oh my god, don't die. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. Thank you, my lady. No lifted rocks yet. Stink is still just a little stick boy. Someday I want to grow all by myself and be able to lift my own rocks. That day will come. Just gotta find the right mitt. A wonderful one-off enemy. Not wonderful, I hate him, but just another weird, like, it's only that one guy in that one spot, that one time. Alright. So let's see what they want us to see first. Cox. I ate both the fairies. I didn't mean to. Please believe me. Alright. Alright. I can probably only do this for like 15 more minutes, so we'll just do a little running around. Short stream tonight, I know. I just kind of wanted to get this started and keep things hip-hop happening. But, Ice Rod. It's kind of crazy that you get this so early in the game. Can I use it in any advantageous way? No. No, I cannot. But I can go get that fancy book for them book learnings at the old library. What's Stink doing over there in that book building? I believe it's called the library. Yeah, well, what's anybody ever done out of a book? Ugh. Books ain't not ever help anybody. Come to Butthead. Died. What? Where did he come from? There we go. And that is how you kill murder worms. 300? Holy moida. I like this guy. I don't know who he is, but I like this guy. We're fucking stacked. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna save and quit. And I know it was an early night. It's as much for my benefit as it is for you. We'll give her the old Roger flex. Thanks so much for hanging out. Remember our mantra of educate, motivate, inspire, and enjoy. And if you find any of these things here tonight or in the future, please don't hesitate to pass them on to somebody else, because you never know who might need it. I'll be back on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll let you know in the future when I start doing music streams and all the other stupid things I want to do with my life. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. From the Lazy Shell. Peace and love.